closer. I should have kissed you. Your hair was longer. I pulled away from it and moved to the city over the Tappan Zee Bridge. You like the colors, I can't see anything.
One of them mentioned that she loves no-bake cookies, and so I put it on my to-do list after that to make her some. I also need to pick up some things from some other friends, so I'm just going to make the cookies for everybody, and then whoever I go visit, I'll just give them some cookies.
When all the stores are closed, you think of drowning out in your parents' pool. The water's freezing, it was September. I think I know you.
My name's Riley. I am a senior in college this year. I graduate in May. I'm 20 years old and I turned 21 at the beginning of March. And I've never had a boyfriend before. I've never exclusively dated someone for a significant amount of time, and despite having some really meaningful relationships, I would say, and the beginnings of what could have been a serious relationship, I have not gotten to that point. Growing up, I always thought that I would graduate college married. One of the things I took into consideration when applying to schools was an area and people that I could be surrounded by that shared my beliefs, and that I could meet somebody there that would be my partner. That's kind of the rundown on kind of what I thought versus how things have played out. It's obviously not played out the way that I expected when I was young, and I have had to think about that a lot and come to terms with that, because the whole trajectory of my life has changed because of that. When looking at a guy physically, my type is definitely reflective of my own qualities. I love brown hair, specifically curly brown hair. I love they're tall, like what girl doesn't, right? So tall, curly brunette is like my type. That's been a pretty steady track record of mine with the people that I've liked. They've kind of fit into that type for the most part. So that kind of sets the stage for where I'm at, what I'm looking for in terms of physical attraction and stuff. And now I'm gonna leave you hanging until the next question. I'm gonna get my workout done and I'll see you guys in a bit. I know some people feel a lot of pressure to get into a relationship and to date somebody, which is understandable, especially if everybody in your life is like, are you dating anyone? When are you gonna get married? Like, when are you gonna get on to the next kind of phase of your life? I have felt that pressure, but I think the majority of it has come from my own self and my own desire to reach that phase of life. Like I mentioned, I've always wanted to be a wife and a mother. I've come to this point where I kind of just have to let it go. Like, I have to let that dream and vision of where I would be at this point go, and instead look at the reality. I've had to tell myself, Riley Rehl, you are not going to get married by the time you graduate. Like, I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. And most likely, you won't even be in a relationship. Your track record isn't very good for that. You've never been in a relationship before. Odds are you're not gonna be in a relationship by the time you graduate, let alone be married. Like, it's just not gonna happen. So I've had to confront that and be like, okay, that kind of sucks, because that's what I thought would happen and that's how I pictured my life being at this point. And that's not the case. So I have to stare at that and go like, okay, you know, what am I gonna do now? Because I based my plans for my future off of the timeline of my marriage, which might sound interesting to people, but I always just pictured that my husband would need more schooling. So I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna be in college, we're gonna get married, and then I'm gonna move wherever he needs to go for his secondary education, whether it's MBA or going to dental school or med school, like whatever it is. I'm just going to kind of follow where he needs to go because I can do my job wherever. That was my plan. But now it's like, I have no ties. Like, I literally have no relationship ties, nothing holding me in this place. But then it opens the door. Like, despite not having what I always imagined I'd have, I now have so many other opportunities. The world just kind of grew a lot bigger, and my understanding of what I could experience in these next few years expanded. It was like whoosh, you know? I can travel. I can like go live wherever I want. Like, that's crazy. I have only ever lived in 2 places in my entire life, roughly speaking. You know, I've lived in Marietta, Ohio all growing up, and then I've lived here for college. These are the 2 places that I would call home, and I have the opportunity to explore the world and also move out on my own. Like, get an apartment, move to a city, or like not a full-on city, but like the step down from that, because I don't know how I'd do in a city, but hey, who knows? Like, I might decide to go live in a city. And what am I gonna do with my time? What am I gonna pursue outside of my career in social media? Have a job lined up for when I graduate, so where's that gonna take me, and the people that I'm gonna meet, you know? So it just opens up this whole world that I never anticipated would be a possibility for me. Despite having to let go of this idea of where I would be, it also presents so much freedom for where I can go. And instead of looking on the downsides, I'm trying to look at the positives and the exciting things that are in my future because of this. And not that one is better than the other. I hope that wherever I go will lead me to meeting the person that's for me. And I believe that it will, as long as I stay close to the Lord. Like, I think he's gonna help direct me to the people I need to be with and the things I need to learn. I'm just gonna try to follow that and follow that path wherever it may go. And I know that along the way, things are gonna work out. And even if part of me is still sad that things aren't the way that I anticipated they would be, I'm still excited for the future that awaits and the amazing opportunities that I will get to experience because things didn't work out the way that I wanted them to. How's that for like a realization, right? Don't judge me, I need to clean my room. Literally, I look back at my freshman year self and I'm so jealous of her. Sometimes it's crazy. She didn't understand how well she was being treated. Like, she did, but she didn't appreciate it because she hadn't gone through what I've gone through at this point, you know? I met Gordon my freshman year. He was just awesome. Such an amazing guy. He is on a mission right now. And if you don't know, young men in my church serve 2-year church missions. So Gordon gets back this summer. I don't know what his plans are. I haven't talked to him since like the beginning of the school year, so it's been a long time. And for a long time, I was making decisions as if things were gonna work out with him. That's a lot of pressure to put on my future and on him and on like something that may never happen. It's this hard situation where I had such an amazing experience when I was 18 years old, but it's also like I didn't know him for very long at all. You guys didn't get the full grasp of how short this relationship was. We had our first date 2 weeks before the end of the semester. So I had 2 weeks in person with him and we spent a lot of time together. And then I flew out to Oregon and I spent time with him and his family for 4 days. And we FaceTimed a lot in between those points, and then did a little bit after I came back from Oregon. Stopped talking as frequently, which was hard for me at the time. Like, I had to kind of process and get over that, you know? But it was just like not the time for that to, like, it had nowhere to go, no way to grow with him leaving so soon. It makes me believe more in right person, wrong timing. And honestly, I don't know how he feels at all. It's kind of funny to look back at my younger self and realize how nervous she was to ask questions and like talk deeply with people. I've loved staying in touch with him and I'm proud of him for going on a mission, but I've stopped imagining that everything's just gonna work out between the two of us. I've started planning my life and living for my, I hate the phrase like living for yourself, because I don't necessarily think that is a good idea, because there are plenty of other things that will give you so much more meaning than just like yourself. But like, I can't base my plans off of other people. Like, I really just need to look inward and have communication with Heavenly Father and just follow what I need to do for myself and not wait around and make decisions based off of scenarios I've made up in my head, which I've made up plenty. If our paths cross again, that would be amazing. But also he's a different person too, so I don't know how that'd go. I don't know. It's a really hard situation for me. The what ifs kind of have overtaken me at times, but I'm glad that I'm kind of settled in my decision to just move forward with what I need to do, and if something works out, then that's great, and if not, I'm glad that I know him. I'm kind of also glad because I need this time to grow into who I am and who I want to be, and I think being on my own and not dating somebody has really helped me to do that. I just made it to Lofts and it's time to deliver some cookies. Alrighty, time to finish our conversation on relationships and such. How do I deal with unreciprocated feelings? At the point of life I'm at right now, I'm kind of like, well, if you can't see what is in front of you, then I don't want to even try to pursue you. If you can't see that I'm awesome, if you don't want what I have, then I'm just not gonna waste my time trying to convince you. Because I shouldn't have to convince you that I'm the person for you. If I have to convince you, then we're probably not a good fit. And that's okay. When it comes to being insecure about your physical appearance, when you are involved with somebody else, or you know, you like someone else and maybe you're kissing and you just feel that self-consciousness, even if you're not kissing, like I have a specific memory where I was going dancing with somebody and I was doing like this demonstration and like teaching some people how to dance. And before I went to it, I remember thinking, I don't want to even be touched. Like, I don't think I want to do this because I just don't want anybody to touch me. I just felt so self-conscious about it, and this was before I ended up doing it, and it was literally the best time. Honestly, when I was in the moment, I didn't really think about it. So this is such a hard one, but I think understanding and being with somebody that you can be vulnerable with and even share those things, like talk about it. It sucks, but like you are gonna get so much closer to somebody by sharing these thoughts and these feelings and these hard truths about you and your struggles. And make sure it's somebody that's worthy to hear them, you know, or that you feel safe and comfortable with and you know they care about you. Just don't go telling everybody all of your deepest, darkest inner thoughts, but being open and honest about kind of your insecurities is kind of freeing, because then you know they know. I would also say that when you do date somebody, your confidence does increase. If it's a good relationship, I think being with somebody who you are attracted to and you know they're attracted to you, that it just, your confidence increases. You feel wanted, they feel wanted. So I think that helps with insecurities, is that you know they love you and they know, you know, they care about you and are interested in you, not just for your body but for you as a person. Do I want a gold or silver ring? I have a whole Pinterest board. I'm one of those girls. I have a whole Pinterest board for my future wedding, the vibe, the ring, everything. So if you want to see specifically what I'm looking for, my Pinterest is always linked down below. Riley is Real is my account name if you want to go see. I literally love Pinterest so much. I definitely want a gold ring. I am a gold jewelry person. I never wear anything silver, if I'm being honest. Like, it's all gold. So I'm gonna continue with that trend. Do I think sex is a necessary part of a relationship? Yes, I think it's a necessary part of a relationship long term. I don't think it has to be a necessary part of a relationship short term. So sex is gonna be very important to me. I already know that. Like, it's gonna be very good. It's definitely not necessary at the beginning. Like, when I'm dating somebody, I don't plan to have sex with them because that's for my husband and that's for that level of commitment and not before. I think abstaining from sex in the beginning allows you and your significant other to create a bond and get to know each other without that playing a part. I literally cannot imagine having sex with somebody and then breaking up with them. That's like unfathomable to me. Okay guys, I hope this was fun. This was a good little conversation about relationships and dating. It's been on my mind the last few days, and I'm grateful for the realizations that I came to about this point in my life and what not being in a relationship means for me and my like near future. So I'm excited. Good things are ahead. Good things are ahead, and the fact that I'm not in a relationship isn't gonna stop me from living my life and moving forward, and I'm excited for what's to come. And I know that I'm gonna be with the person that I'm supposed to be with in the end, and I know you will too. Like, it can be really hard to be alone, and I feel for you. And I've gone through the phases. I feel like I'm pretty content with where I'm at, but I have gone through the roller coaster of emotions of being alone. But don't settle. Don't settle. Focus on yourself, keep moving forward, and just put yourself in situations where you can meet the kind of person you want to be with. Stay close to the Lord, and He'll lead you in the direction that you need to go. So I truly believe that, and I hope that helps you guys and answers some of your questions, and I'd love to carry on this conversation. It's such a great topic. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.